This is the recently sensational pseudo-documentary horror film Deadstream, which has scored up to 93 on foreign websites. It cuts in from a first-person perspective to take the audience into a world of terror. Thrills and imaginative plot twists are maxed out. Hurry up and call your friends to watch together. Sean is an adventure blogger who always loves to film various thrilling videos, but most of these videos are staged. Although thrilling, they lack a bit of soul. So now, Sean plans to spend a night in a famous haunted house in America. He wants to do a real horror live broadcast and, by the way, let his fans see whether the legendary haunted house really has ghosts. At midnight, Sean comes to the haunted house alone. It is said that since 1880, anyone who enters the haunted house, no matter their age or gender, cannot survive the night and will inexplicably commit suicide. To date, 12 people have already died.
They actually found a body out here a few years ago. The face was completely eaten by rats. Was it related to the power of this house? Maybe.
The door of the haunted house had long been nailed shut with planks, but without a word, Sean pried off the planks and then bravely pushed open the door.
Spiders!
A cobweb scared Sean into a whimpering mess. It seems tonight is destined to be out of the ordinary. Sean looks around, and the house is both dilapidated and eerie. To prevent himself from being scared away halfway, Sean quickly closes the door and even puts a lock on it. After locking the door, Sean throws the key into a floor drain. Unsurprisingly, Sean will pay a painful price for this foolish act. After cutting off his retreat, Sean sets up 360-degree, no blind spot cameras in various rooms. These cameras have motion-sensing devices. If a ghost floats by in the room, they would definitely capture it. The first death in the haunted house occurred in the bathroom. Reportedly, an old maiden, 50 years old and still unmarried, became depressed and then committed suicide by slitting her wrists. And at this moment, the bathtub is revealing a tub of black water. The fans are excitedly urging Sean to reach in and feel around to see if there's anything inside.
I would never.
After leaving the bathroom, Sean went to the nursery, where a total of 5 children had died, including 2 infants. Sean searches the room and finds a red doll, supposedly the ghost baby's favorite thing. Then Sean actually used this doll in an attempt to summon the ghost baby.
Spirit from another time, I touched something that was once thine. Red Rover, send dead babies right over. Jeez, I'm not sure how you're supposed to tell the difference between old house sounds and ghost sounds. Ghosts have a real...
But just then, the viewers explode. They, through the camera, actually see a moving ghost. Sean doesn't believe this stuff. It's too fake, probably some fans' prank, but the fans strongly request Sean to review the video playback. Sean, this strong man, actually hides under the covers, terrified and unsure what to do. He quickly turns to his fans for help. The fans encourage him to go out and take a look. After all, he's a strong man and shouldn't be afraid of ghosts. So Sean can only grit his teeth and open the door.
Come on, Sean. You can do this. What was that? It's real!
Just as Sean's soul is about to leave his body, a girl appears at the door. The girl claims to be Sean's dedicated fan and has come here upon seeing Sean's live broadcast, wishing to join Sean on the adventure. At this time, seeing another human, Sean couldn't be more grateful, but probably Sean has forgotten that he has already locked the door from the inside. How could a defenseless girl enter? To prevent ghosts from following them, Sean and Chrissy walk back to back, but as they walk, Chrissy disappears.
Chrissy! Seriously? Chrissy, the hell are you doing? I'm serious, you legit scared me. What are you doing?
Sorry, just hunting for ghosts.
Suddenly losing his teammate, Sean is a bit scared. He tells Chrissy not to run around. They must always stay by each other's side. Upon hearing this, Chrissy's eyes immediately shine with excited and shy light. But Sean doesn't notice Chrissy's feelings at all. During their subsequent exploration, they found an exquisite little box, but unfortunately, it was locked, and there might be something valuable inside. But Sean was not interested. He sets things up and sits face to face with Chrissy, then starts to summon the ghost baby according to the method from the internet. But before the ceremony even begins, there's noise from upstairs.
The motion sensors must have picked up something in the bathroom.
Sean is very scared, but he is live streaming, and this is not the time to show fear. However, just as Sean goes to the bathroom, Chrissy disappears from the monitor. Afraid that Chrissy has been captured by a ghost, Sean hurriedly goes to find Chrissy.
Chrissy! Chrissy! Stupid big little lies? What the F is wrong with you?
You are so jumpy.
Because there are literal, actual ghost things happening to me right now. And you're up here pissing around like you don't care about any of it. And you're trying to turn my fans against me.
Sean, it's just a joke.
No, it's not.
Just hiding.
Did you get here before I did? You're not a huge fan. You're a crazy stalker freak. This whole thing has turned into me babysitting a freak. Meanwhile, I got 100% legit demons or ghosts after me.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Why not?
Sean ends up killing Chrissy. He's panic-stricken and quickly asks his fans to call the police, and he also prepares to turn himself in. But just then, Sean discovers Chrissy's body has disappeared. Perhaps she wasn't dead after all and crawled away.
Chrissy? Chrissy! Chrissy! I'm gonna leave a first aid kit right here for you. What the hell was that?
Sean quickly turned on the camera and saw a body hanging in the corridor, which scared him into hiding in the closet. The fans urged Sean to go out immediately, warning that if he didn't leave now, he'd be carried out as a body in the morning. Thinking it over, Sean decided to try and bypass the hanging corpse to escape. He ran to the door but remembered it was locked, so he went to look for the key, but when he opened the wire mesh, he found a water cellar below. Jumping down might mean drowning. In the midst of his panic, Sean felt a key, but it wasn't the one he had thrown away. With no other option, Sean tried to kick down the door, but it was too sturdy. Despite shaking legs and multiple attempts, the door didn't budge. Terrified, Sean hid behind the sofa. In these dire moments, he longed for the police. Then, a fan suggested using the key he found to open the small box. Sean opened the small box with the key and found another item wrapped in cloth. Unwrapping it, he discovered it was half a finger with long nails, which left him utterly bewildered. But just then, Sean ran to the second floor's nursery, where something seemed to be wrapped on the bed. In fear, Sean fled to the closet. At this moment, Sean deeply regretted his decision to do a live broadcast, fearing his scared appearance would now go viral worldwide. But just as he was getting annoyed, Chrissy reappeared, waiting for him.
Guilty!
Sean, desperate to escape, finally jumped out of a window. He rushed to his car, but to his dismay, he had removed the spark plugs when he arrived. Sean cursed himself for his stupidity. He finally found the spark plugs, but a body crawled out from under the bushes. As Sean frantically tried to escape, the police appeared, and he was overjoyed, but something was off about this officer.
I would never hurt anyone on purpose! Except for you, Mother Frogger!
Sean hurriedly got into the car, finding a slight sense of safety in the enclosed space, but then the officer struggled to rise, kneeling and moving toward the car. After a strange, eerie silence, an old face appeared on the car window. Sean was going crazy. There were so many ghosts, and all he had was a toy gun, just as Sean was trembling in fear. The officer aged rapidly, looking like a zombie, and roared as he lunged at Sean, terrified. Sean climbed out of the car and jabbed the toy gun at the officer. After killing the officer, Sean hurried back into the car. He can only save himself now, thinking that if he were more terrifying than the ghosts, they might be more afraid of him. Sean returned to the haunted house. He tied a silver dagger to a stick, rubbed garlic on the blade, and even prepared a syringe filled with holy water. When he turned into the kitchen, he also grabbed a kitchen knife. Let's see how effective this method of exorcism will be. Holding the bayonet, Sean first went to the nursery, where a little boy was sitting.
Hey, little guy. I'm not gonna hurt you. I think we can both agree that Mommy's a little bit nuts, right? I was thinking maybe we could join forces.
Terrified, Sean ran away. After ensuring the ghost baby wasn't following him, Sean checked the monitors and saw a male ghost approaching.
Quarterman! I saw you!
Sean rushed around the corner to set up an ambush, but at the critical moment, Sean's dagger uncontrollably turned and attacked him. Panicked, Sean pulled out the garlic, but his adversary wasn't afraid of it. As the dagger lunged at him again, Sean quickly ducked into the bathroom.
Sean, I'm scared. Help me, please. You hurt me real bad.
That's not gonna work, Mildred!
After Sean's cold refusal, the bathroom lights flickered twice and the power went out. In the darkness, Chrissy does unspeakable things to Sean, and Sean holds his breath and rolls his eyes.
What? How? This feels so good. No way. No! Mildred!
Sean was pressed into the water by Chrissy, pressed down to gasp for half a breath, then pressed down again to gasp for another half breath. Sean slaps himself in the face and comes to his senses. Just as Sean was congratulating himself on his cleverness, he felt a grip on his neck. A decayed body rose from the bathtub. The lychee Sean had just eaten was actually the man's eyeball. Sean injected the decaying man with holy water, finally quieting him. But when Sean removed the plastic to give his fans a close-up, the corpse's head exploded, spraying Sean's face. Sean truly hated his own impulsiveness. Sean throws a book, and then on the monitor he sees it start to move. So Sean grabs a kitchen knife and heads out. Chrissy tackled Sean, and in a fit of triumphant laughter, she assaulted him. Chrissy's eyes are red and her face is white. Sean screams in terror as he reaches for the knife and slashes Chrissy in the head. Despite the horror, as a dedicated blogger, Sean still managed to mount a camera on the knife. Too weak to stand, he could only crawl away. However, Chrissy wasn't dead. She had just been teasing Sean. Following Sean into the room, Chrissy was again attacked by him.
Surprise, bitch!
After knocking her down, Sean quickly taped her limbs and sealed her mouth to prevent bites. Sean then goes around Chrissy chanting a fan-provided sealing spell, only to be met with deep contempt from Chrissy.
Wait! No, wait.
Again, Chrissy knocked Sean down. With her long fingers, she probed into Sean's nostrils.
Why? No! Ah! Ah!
Pouring half a bucket of corpse oil on Sean's face, Chrissy was about to kiss him when he punched her in a burst of terrified strength, then broke her legs with a rock. But to Chrissy, This was all just a game. Sean fell into a secret room, and Chrissy laughed in triumph. Being tormented by a female ghost to this extent, Sean's mentality collapsed. He aimed the kitchen knife at his own fingers. Unexpectedly, this act instantly frightened Chrissy. The determination to die rather than succumb was a painful revelation to the woman who had been pursuing him. Chrissy eventually left heartbroken, just like when she had been rejected by all men in the past, only able to face death rather than confront reality. Sean couldn't believe that the sacrifice of a finger had won him victory, so he bragged in front of his fans.
No one offers you a more cinematic experience in live streaming. I, Sean Ruddy, am once again the #1 live streamer in
This would be the wildest night of Sean's life. That's the story for today. See you next time.